National Football League brings us to a beautiful sunny October afternoon in Inglewood, California. SoFi Stadium is rocking and ready for the return of the Bolts. Justin Herbert leads the charge as the 1-3 Chargers take on Jaden Daniels and the 3-1 Washington Commanders. These two teams, very opposite seasons right now. Chargers picked up that Week 1 win in Brazil, since then on a 3-game skid, and Washington upset by the Giants in Week 1. They have found their stride there on the end of September and have won 3 games back-to-back, trying to keep that winning streak alive, and then some. We'll begin on the offensive end as we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Return taken from the 4-yard line. This will be Luke McCaffrey looking for some blocking and gets absolutely none. Here comes Jaden Daniels. JD5 out there ready for another terrific game. He has been absolutely blazing these defenses the last couple of weeks, putting up significant points. Statistically, he has been one of the best quarterbacks rushing and passing the football this season. His dual threat ability unmatched in the National Football League. We'll see it here on full display in week number 5. Here we go. Handoff is going to go inside. This is Austin Eckler, and he's hit hard. He'll lose a yard. A little bit of a revenge game for the former Charger today, seeking some big rushes up the gut. Welcome, everybody. Joining me, Trey, Bolt fan, John Zeller, Eagles fan, so are you. And that's everybody else joining me throughout. Good to have you guys here for more Week 5 action. Chargers putting 4 on the line. That's somebody they blitz here as Daniels goes down the seams, caught by McLaurin. Terry McLaurin still in that contract dispute right now. Commanders have the rights to him. Don't expect him to walk at all this season. What up, Josiah Hernandez? Cheering on Washington today as they meet their offense. Jaden Daniels, QB1. Brian Robinson Jr. being backed up by Austin Eckler in the backfield. Scary Terry, Debo Samuel, Noah Brown at wide receiver. Zach Ertz and John Bates, the tight ends. Jaden Daniels off to a hot start here, trying to keep firing downfield as he steps up now, will take off, slides down, and picks up 8 yards rushing. We'll meet the Charger defense now today. Deshaun Hand, Otito Ogbonia, Tyree Sart, Jamari Caldwell on the defensive line, Tui Pelotu, Dion Henley, Denzel Perriman, Khalil Mack at linebacker, Dante Jackson, Cam Hart, Sarheep still at corner, Derwin James, and Alohi Gilman make up the safeties. LA trying to make a stop here on a 2nd and 2. Zach Ertz, the Super Bowl champion with the Eagles back in Super Bowl 52, is the motion man. Handoff goes to Robinson Jr., and he will go nowhere. No love for the run game early on here. Chargers all over it early on. Bert Allen's back with the Chargers. You would be correct. He is back in LA. Him and Justin Herbert trying to become a scary duo. And obviously now they got Ladd McConkey as well. Could be an interesting wide receiver squad. 3rd and 2 for Jaden Daniels. Takes a read option right into the defenders, and he'll lose 3. Tui Pelotu was right there on it that time, and it winds up a loss of 3. All right, Trey, let me pull up the pick 'em. That is a good question. See who's got who. What up, Charles Thomas? OG Commander checking in. Not a good end to the drive there for Washington. Chargers get the opening laugh on the first possession. Punt coming up here for Tress Way as the lefty steps up and puts his foot through this one. Lands inside the 10, no backspin, and it'll wind up a touchback. All right, final non-primetime game of week number 5. And the split for this one, 27-11 in favor of the Washington Commanders. We would expect that out of a team that has won their last 3 in a row versus a team that has lost their last 3 in a row. That does come as no surprise. All right, Trey, let me take a look at your pick'em. You have the Chargers today, so good start for you there on the defensive end of things. What up, Exo? Justin Herbert gets his day started at the 20-yard line with the inside handoff to Omarion Hampton. Little spin move there for the North Carolina Tar Heel, and that's a nice little opening game. Ugh. Getting filthy with it. I like it. The spin move in Madden 26 is a lot better than it was in Madden 25. That's for sure. It happens a lot more. What up, King Chavez? Hampton picks up 5 on the opening carry. Here goes Najee Harris, the former Steeler, and no such success for him. We will meet the Commander defense first here. Cleveland Farrell, Dorrance Armstrong, Deron Payne, Javon Kinlaw on the defensive line. Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner, Dominic Hampton at linebacker. Jonathan Jones, Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Sanders still at corner. Will Harris and Quan Martin are your safeties. Washington trying to pitch the opening drive 3 and out here, as Justin Herbert has different plans going down the field, sticks it in there complete to Quentin Johnston. And the opening Charger completion results in a first down. This game should be quite interesting for the pick'em. I think the Chargers are a lot stronger of a team in Madden 25 than they were given credit for in the 25 updated rosters. First down is secured. Here goes Herbert off the RPO, and again, Quentin Johnston pulls free. What up, Bull Maniac? Multiple Charger fans in here. How about that? We'll meet their offense now. While we're at it, Justin Herbert again at QB1 this year. Najee Harris backed up by the rookie Omarion Hampton. Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, and Keenan Allen are your wide receivers. Will Dissly and Tyler Conklin. Up at side end. 5 on the line here for Washington. Here goes Herbert on the quick pass. It's caught across the 50. That'll result in an opening first down into the other half of the field. Not a bad little play there. Washington released Dominic Hampton today. I'm pretty sure he's not on the roster then. All the rosters I read before the game are all my written ones from like May. Obviously, this has probably been updated. Halfway through the opening quarter, no score just yet. Although Najee Harris looking to change that up the middle. Like a bullet train, picks up 13. Charger running game looking 10 times healthier than that of the Commanders on the opening possession. Already inside of field goal range pretty comfortably. We'll take a look at these two teams' schedules, both past and coming up, because it has been a tale of 2 seasons between these two squads. Washington coming all the way across the country, looking to win their 4th in a row here. Outside handoff from the I formation goes to Harris, and he spins into a tackle of Frankie Louvu. Mentioned that Washington began the season a surprising 0-1, despite being almost a full touchdown favorite over Washington, or over the Giants, I should say. They end up coming up short there. They win 3 in a row. Herbert from the empty at the 30-yard line. Steps to his right, steps up and throws on the run. Quentin Johnston again. Number 1 has been his number 1 guy. That's an 18-yard pickup and another Charger first down. Washington then went on to win against the Packers on the road, the Raiders at home, and Atlanta in Atlanta. So this is another road contest for them. Chargers got the Week 1 win in Brazil over the Chiefs. Lost to the Raiders, Broncos, and Giants consecutively. Both of these teams slipping up against New York. Here goes Herbert off the read option, and he slides down a 2-yard pickup. What up, Billy O? Chargers trying to make this literally worst pick week ever. You know what's going to happen, too, during the one that matters for the MSG Fantasy League. A quick look into the top 13 as it stands right now. If the results were to hold, who would be making the MSG Fantasy League? Justin Herbert from the pistol. This time it is Najee Harris checking back in. See if he gets his number called here as the tight end goes in motion. Hand off to Harris, and again sat down pretty early on. A 2-yard pickup. All right, the unofficial top 13 A-Rod and King Chavez tied at first with 7-4. Bolt Chili, JJJ, myself, which doesn't count. Ruby Moose, Lila, the mock draft guy, 2 Cheese at 6-5. In a huge tie at 5-6 right now. That would be the tiebreaker. 3rd and 6 here for the Chargers. 5-man rush is picked up for now. Herbert goes end zone, and it's incomplete. Big Bobby Wagner brings the Legion of Boom to Washington and forces that one ajar. Quentin Johnston again with the dropsies. What up, Silver Knight? How are we doing, my friend? That was a huge PBU there. Commanders save the touchdown. That brings on Dicker the kicker. 25-yard chip shot is up and good. And a late marker coming down. This could change everything, and it will. Wow. Will Harris with the roughing the kicker, so bring the offense back on the field. What a mistake. That is just a young player with a boneheaded play. Chargers set up 1st and goal at the 4. They have new life to breathe here. That is a bad beat. What up, XSM? Chargers taking over 1st and goal then from the 4-yard line after the roughing the kicker penalty. Here goes Herbert for the back of the end zone, and in one play, they turn it right back around. That's a touchdown. How about it? Arande Gadsden the second. Who? Terrific finish to the mistake there from Will Harris, and it winds up the easiest touchdown of the Chargers here. Frankie Louisville a little bit too late there in coverage. That was a very up and down, chaotic drive, that's to say the least. But a good finish for the Chargers on the offensive end. 21 people in here. Don't forget to like the stream up if you haven't yet already. Final non-primetime game of week number 5. Extra point coming up now for Dicker the kicker. See if he gets rough this time. He does not. And the Chargers split 3 into 7 off of that mistake. 12 play, 78-yard drive in just over 5 minutes. Chargers are 1-3. Commanders are 3-1 for a record refresher. Herbert's a top 7 quarterback. I'll be honest, that playoff game really set him down for me. I can't lie to you. I cannot lie to you. That made things not look too good. Herbert not top 7? Yeah, I'd agree. Jaden Daniels, though, 100% top 7. You can't keep him out of that list. He's got some work to do here as the Commanders take back over with a return out to the 24-yard line there from Austin Eckler. Jaden Daniels came up empty on the opening drive. See if he can change that here. It's one game. It was one game, you're right. But it was a really, really important, really, really bad one game. You know what I mean? Y'all taking Tua over Herbert? No. Tua's nowhere near the top 15. Tua is in the bottom half of quarterbacks, 100%. 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Here goes Jaden Daniels off the play action. Now steps up and takes off again, trying to put his foot in the ground, and he pays the price. Still picks up 11 and a Commander first down as he hits the CD Lamb. First down, Selly. I need to see CD hit that. That's going to be so tough. Texans weren't even that good last year. True. Also a factual statement. Chargers won a playoff game since Philip Rivers beat the Ravens. That's crazy. First and 10 again. Here goes Daniels. Down the field, and he drops it in there. Complete to McLaurin. Takes a couple of Chargers to bring him down at the 44. Lord help me if Terry McLaurin gets traded like after this game, I'll be sick. Just for a heads up, if he gets traded during this game, God forbid, I will absolutely restart the game from scratch. That's insane. That would be nuts if it did happen. There's no way. They're not as bad in terms as people think. Chargers showing a 4-man rush again here. As Daniels going to lock this one in the air. One-on-one. Catch is made. What a grab from McLaurin. Climbs the imaginary ladder. And these Commander wide receivers, a different breed. Joe Burrow top 3, correct. Might even be top 2. I wouldn't even be upset about that. Allen, Lamar, and Burrow easily, unarguably top 3. Terrific couple of catches here for McLaurin. Daniels again trying to take over, slots it in there. There's Devo, his opening catch. Down to the 5-yard line. Commanders are rolling into the second quarter. However, the Chargers get the opening laugh. It is a 7-0 Bolts lead at the end of one from Inglewood. Dude is absolutely scary. Bro earned that nickname. Cannot deny that. Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, no. Burrow right now. Burrow the last 2 years has been a lot better than Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes has not been top 5 at all. We head 90 yards the other direction to kick off the second quarter. Handoff goes to B-Rob, and he's sent flying backward. Tuli Tuipulotu again with the tackle for loss. Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Baker, Hurts, Daniels, Herbert. I don't know about Herbert. I think Mahomes is better than Herbert. I like that Baker at 4, though. That's crazy. Who would have thought that would be the truth? Ryan Robinson Jr. loses a pair. Now second and goal from the 7. Lofted ball, swatted away, incomplete. Good play there from Tarheeb Still. Charger defense is wide awake inside the 10, though. He's won 3 Super Bowls? Yeah, but he's not in your top 5. I don't know. Allen, Lamar, and Burrow has to be your undisputed top 3. I don't care what order. Empty backfield for JD5 on a 3rd and goal. Blitzer's coming, not going to be picked up, and Daniels is sacked. Denzel Perriman comes flying up the middle. Man coverage does their job for just long enough. And Los Angeles, pending a roughing the kicker, should get off the field here with a lead still intact. What up next? The Demon. Joe Burrow's undefeated against Mahomes in the playoffs. True. Not true. Did lose. I think he's 1-1 now. Matt Gay is on for a 31-yarder trying to get the Commanders on the board here. As the kick is up and good and a marker down. You're not going to believe this. The Chargers return the favor. Wow. That's hilarious. Yep. That is hilarious. The roughing game, so it seems. That's nuts. Madden 26, man. Hey, I guess that means we're getting closer to a blocked kick, I think. This is absolutely wild. How about it? The exact same spot on the football field. Just flipped the jerseys. First and goal again for Washington. Can they find the end zone in one play? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Oh, it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel had it. And it went right through his hands again. Tui Peluso. I said that name different every time with the pass breakup. No idea what's with this game, and roughing the kicker has a weird obsession. Name of these Maddenisms, I like that. Deebo drops the touchdown. Second and goal. There goes Daniels by himself, and he's almost hit hard. Good choice there. Dante Jackson would have loved to put a shoulder in his chest, given the opportunity. Charger defense again, though, forces a third and goal. Can they make the play? Chargers going 13-4. Ooh, I don't know. They'll be better. I'm not sure if that much better. Third and goal for the second time this drive. Daniels going to slug left, and he is sacked again. Tyree Tartt. And the Chargers force a fourth and goal again. That's nuts. Starting 8-0. Wow. Delusion is not exclusive to the AFC North, I guess. I can't see that. I'll be honest with you. Why not top 7? What'll change after this year? I mean, we'll see. He obviously can play a lot better in the postseason if they get that far. You have to play good in the postseason to be in that upper echelon. Matt Gay is on once again, just 2 yards closer. 29-yard attempt is up and good. And we're clean this time. No roughing. And Ty Felton-Lover has arrived. Ty Felton has 4 more yards than Jalen Naylor in the preseason game. I've seen it enough. Give that man the wide receiver 3 spot. If you want delusions, I'll say Arizona goes 20-0 and wins the Super Bowl. Hey, you know what? Every team's ceiling and floor is 0-17 and 17-0. If we really want to get technical, that is a fair take. Chargers will take the football right back here, and we'll see what they can do with the ball. Return is taken from inside the 10-yard line out to the 27. Justin Herbert kicks off drive number 2, 73 yards away from the end zone. So despite a roughing the kicker, Chargers do end up getting off the field without giving up anything more than just a field goal. That got pretty sketchy, though, didn't it? That was a very weird possession. 7:34 left here in the opening half. AFC West, Broncos 11-6, Chargers 11-6, Chiefs 10-7, Raiders 7-10. I can get around with that. I actually can understand that. Second Charger drive, kick it off from the 27-yard line. Will Dissly is the motion man. Now going behind Herbert and Harris in the backfield. Herbert off the play action, sets his feet, fires this one, caught on the sideline by Ladd McConkey. His first catch of the game. And that did not take all that long to see him get started on just the second possession. I can't imagine Ladd McConkey, if Keenan Allen could be a fraction of what he used to be for this Charger football team, it could be a nasty little squad they got going. We'll see. Believe that is Keenan Allen up top here on 2nd and 6. Herbert again off the play action. Check down football. It's almost picked. Probably should have been. Marshawn Lattimore was right there. Hard to tell from that camera angle if it really would have resulted in a pick or not. Almost took Ladd this week. Not a bad choice to not do that, actually. He had a very good week 1. That's about it for the entire series. Been a very hit-or-miss season for number 15. Herbert on 3rd and 6, stands and delivers, almost picked off by Sandra Still. And the Chargers go 3 and out. Second punt of the game coming up between the two teams. First of the game for J.K. Scott. It's not even J.K. Scott anymore, is it? I probably should update my individual rosters. It is, though, J.K. Scott on for the punt. Puts this one high in the sky, and a fair catch called for by Luke McCaffrey at the 19-yard line. Here's the Charles Thomas first half trivia question of the game. In their history, how many different names has Washington had? Well, we obviously know the Redskins, the Commanders, the football team would be 3. I feel like before the Redskins, though, they were like, I don't even know. I'm going to say 4 just for the shot in the dark. Here goes Jaden Daniels. 3-man rush this time. Stands it and delivers. And a pop on the sideline. Big hit. Chargers get the better end at the end of that play. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I grew up with Jordan, so I'm fully a Bulls guy. That's a fair take. The Jordan Braun debate can go on for hours and hours in here. 66 passing yards on the afternoon for Jaden Daniels. Looking to win the race to 100 here. Handoff goes to Brian Robinson Jr. Hole opens up when he's got the first down. Nice little handoff there. Raiders at 9-8 and third. All right, let me pull up my AFC West predictions just because I don't remember exactly what I had. I did these back in May, so a lot has changed, and I'll probably go back and do one right before the season 2. Keep that in mind. 5 wide go the Commanders. Daniels making an adjustment here for his offense. Now going to step up a design quarterback run and a terrific play call. He absolutely knew the linebackers would drop into coverage, takes advantage of a soft spot, and runs that one straight forward. All right, let me find my predictions. Where have they gotten off to in my camera roll? There they are. I have, I'll tell you guys here in a minute. First and 10, up at the 47. Quick fire from Daniels, out of the backfield, caught by Robinson, 2-yard pickup. I have the Broncos, I have the Chiefs winning the division at 12-5, Broncos second at 10-7, Chargers third at 9-8, finishing as the 8th seed, and I have the Raiders at 5-12, dead last in the AFC West. Again, those are pre-season predictions, post-draft though. 2-yard pickup there on the check down to Brian Robinson Jr. Another check down goes to Eckler, and the Chargers are ready for it. One more time. Suli Pelotu right there to make the tackle. 25 people in chat. Appreciate you guys joining me for a big-time cross-conference matchup. Drop a like down below if you haven't yet already for some more Madden 26 next-gen content. This is what, Game 5, I believe, of Madden 26? Already seen a ton of crazy action, including the Bengals shutting out the Lions this week. Daniels lofting this one wonderfully, and a terrific catch from Nebo. Nice little ball there. Washington has had 5 names: the Boston Braves, the Boston Redskins, Washington Redskins, Washington Football Team, and Washington Commanders. Okay, I mean, technically you could say it's 4 if they were the Redskins both times in 2 cities. Pistol formation with 4 to go now in the second. Fake handoff again as Daniels hit as he fires downfield and delivers a beauty anyway. What a ball from JD5. And Debo made a terrific break on the ball as well. Wow. Thing of beauty. Sets up first and goal. Washington poised to take their first lead of week 5. Jaden Daniels showing why he is avoiding a sophomore slump this season. Steps to his right, fires this one in the flat, knocked away by Denzel Perriman. Good defensive play, not too bad offensively there for Daniels. Just trying to slot that one in there. Never stood a chance though. That is something in. Second and goal at the 6 coming up. Half a dozen yards away from the end zone. Got stood up twice here inside the 10. Looking for different fortune on their third trip. Daniels going to shuffle left, step up, green grass ahead, and then some blue turf in the end zone. The Commanders up on the road. Not a bad little play there. Jaden Daniels able to shake off the 5-man rush, step to his left, and nobody stepped up to the plate. A rushing touchdown in week 5 for number 5. All right, good for the Jaden Daniels fantasy purposes. Don't forget, you guys can join the Week 6 MSG Members Only Fantasy for $4.99 a month. Join myself and 14 other people in the Monson Members Only Extra point coming up here for Matt Gay. It is on the way, and it is good. So Washington goes 9 plays, 82 yards in just under 4 minutes and takes their opening lead. Big score for you in Fantasy Decks. Yes, indeed. That is a very important tutty. 3:19 to go. Justin Herbert trying to take a halftime lead. Keep in mind the Chargers do receive the second half kickoff, although they are against a 10-0 run put together by Jaden Daniels right now. See if the offense can respond with a score of their own as Matt Gay is on for the kickoff, gets us back underway here at SoFi. Chargers going to take a return from the 5-yard line, right side, up to the 27. Darius Davis, the return man. Realistically, what do you think the cutoff will be for the MSG League? That is a good question. I actually don't know. Because I have to figure out, I mean, if I had to be honest with you, if you're not going to go at least 7-7 this week, you could probably count yourself out of the top league. Based on the current standings, I think you have to be at least 500 to give yourself a shot. Trex at 1-10 is quite wild, though, can't lie. Justin Herbert taking back over his third possession, trailing by a field goal. First deficit of the game. Keenan Allen is in motion. There goes Harris to the left side, and he's thwarted by Bobby Wagner. And I thought we had an injury there to an offensive lineman. Guess not. That'll work out all right. 3 to go now and ticking. Got to win at least 2 of these last 3 then. You would be correct. Well, we still have 3 games after this. Keep that in mind. Monday Night Football doubleheader coming up very soon. Blitz down the middle. Pass is caught. High ball is located by Will Dissly. Not a bad play there. Chargers and Chiefs are winning 11-plus games. Broncos and Raiders cap at 9. Cap at 9 is quite crazy. I think the Chargers are a very good team. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's going to come down to like the last game against the Broncos, and Denver gets the better end with their offense. Jumbo package here. 3 tight ends set just before the 2-minute warning. That means a handoff to Harris again. Tried to spin through the hole. And nothing more than a yard. Marshawn Lattimore doing well there to fill the gap. Raiders going to win at least 7. See, I don't even think that's realistic. I don't know. We'll see. We have a 2-minute warning, though, here in Inglewood. Gorgeous SoFi Stadium. Still believe it's the newest, if I'm not mistaken. See what the John Harbaugh-led Chargers have out of the 2-minute warning. And how about a first down pass? Najee Harris. Super excited to see Jim Harbaugh as a head coach this season. Good to have him back in the NFL. He is good for the game. Him and Pete Carroll going at it twice a year. Oh, it's going to be great. Just like the old times, man. Things you'll love to see. Chargers hanging on to all of their timeouts. Here goes Herbert deep downfield, and Quentin Johnston breaks free. And a timeout taken for the Commanders as Deron Payne comes up grabbing, I believe, his right wrist, maybe his left one. He was shaking one, he was holding the other, so hard to tell there. Doesn't seem to be in too much pain. Wonder if that'll last long or not. Regardless, though, stops the clock, gives both teams a chance to catch their breath. And more importantly, the Chargers a chance to huddle. 1:30 left to go here in the opening half. Commanders ahead still by 3. Deron and Payne, true. That might be his middle name. You just never know. Might be a good time to send a blitz here if you're Washington. They will not abide by that rule. Marion Hampton hit hard by big Bobby Wagner. As he rocks the baby, says, welcome to the NFL rookie. This is a grown man's league. Of course, the only guy left from the Legion of Boom playing a major role in a football team. Still an unbelievable squad. Looking back on it, one of the better defensive eras in all of football. Herbert going to check it down, complete, and enough for a first down. Will Dissly is battling. That's an 11-yard pickup as Herbert teleports to the sideline to dap up his head coach. Justin Herbert's supposed to be the change. Justin hypothetical Herbert. No offense, I'll just be real. Yeah, I think the Raiders are going to need a year to mesh. I'll be real. Justin Herbert going empty. 4-man rush again as he steps up, fires to the end zone, nearly picked. Frankie Louvu got his hand on it. And Bobby Wagner was half a step away from an interception, maybe an even better return than we would have expected based on his location on the field. That would have been nasty. Would have been nice. They don't win here today. This will be my worst pick 'em ever. Seems it might be heading that direction. 37 seconds to go now. Justin Herbert again. Quick fire right side. Pass is caught. McConkey get a lunge and out at the 1. I like that little extension of the football. Didn't dive for it. Was running while doing that. Didn't want to take a huge hit to his back. I respect it. Risk the fumble there, but man, that would have been a very, very cool play. Out at the half-yard line, though. Chargers still have all of their timeouts. Here goes Herbert off the play action. Sets and fires for the end zone. Overshoots Keenan Allen. Oh, that would have been a field-goal touchdown. Would have been such a field-goal touchdown. Unfortunate, though. Swag Surfer playing in the background. I don't want to get copyrighted. Please turn the music off. I should probably go through settings and take care of that ASAP. Already gotten in trouble in one of my videos, so don't want that to happen again. Second and goal at the 1-yard line. Handoff to Harris and nobody near him. Chargers back ahead. Good drive there from Herbert. The former Pittsburgh Steeler finds the end zone. Nobody near him. Chargers up 3. 27 seconds left in the second quarter. All right. I'm liking this game. Couple of lead changes. Pretty good back and forth. Not a ton of offense. Washington, though, has those 2 timeouts in 27 seconds to deal with if they want to try to kick 3. Or maybe even better with a Jaden Daniels-led offense. You just never know. Point after coming up here for Cameron Dicker. It is on the way, and it is good. Chargers 14, Commanders 10. Also, Herbert had led the Chargers to a playoff spot twice from 2020 to 2025. I mean, I don't know. Leading a team to a playoffs, I don't know. He didn't have a ton of help. But I've seen worse quarterbacks lead worse teams to the playoffs before. I'm not here to say Herbert's not top 10. He's probably around 9 or 10 for me. A couple of years ago, I probably would have had him around 5, but just hadn't really impressed me a ton the last few years. Granted, his coaching's been meh. Well, really bad some years. And his receiving core has been in and out. Has not been an easy place to play football. Return out to the 24-yard line as 5 seconds come off the clock there. Here comes Jaden Daniels one final time. Probably going to have a rush, maybe a pass. We'll see where they're at mindset-wise in this one. Don't forget, the halftime poll coming up here to get your votes in there. 25 people again in the chat. Would love if you guys would drop a like down below. Would help out a ton. In the algorithm, Commanders trying to get their 4th win in a row. Chargers are trying to break a 3-game skid here at home. We'll see how this one pans out. Tight formation here on a 1st and 10. Opening play of the drive. Daniels going to scramble again. Take off across the 30. And Washington does have some keen interest. Timeout taken. Allen, Burrow, Stroud, Mahomes, Jackson, Hurts, and Stafford are my 7 over Herbert. I don't know about C.J. Stroud. He kind of had a very rough toward the end of that season. I don't know. What up, Jason Green? Chargers overrated. I mean, they're 1-3 in here, so Madden's doing a pretty good job reflecting them from your mind. I think they're going to be better than expected, though. Washington down to their final timeout. Possibly a deep pass coming here from JD5. How about a check down to Noah Brown? That'll pick up the first down and get him out of bounds, though. Works out not too badly. Nothing hurts, though, against the Charger defense just yet. Wow, whose eyes were those that just opened up a mile wide? Otidi Ogbonia with a huge stare to the camera. Target line around the 40 of LA. Quick fire left side to McLaurin. Can't get out of bounds. And I felt my throat closing right there. That was very weird. Can't say I've been the healthiest as of late. Haven't really done myself any favors, though, with my sleep schedule and everything else. Herbert can't even beat Stroud at his worst. That is true. You make a very good point. Head-to-head, C.J. Stroud was the better player. And he didn't even play that good in that game. If we're being real. 6-yard pickup there to Terry McLaurin. 3-man rush once again. That means Daniels is going to step up and spin forward, which will take us to halftime. I forgot they were out of timeout. It's not a very heads-up play there, although it probably didn't matter too much in the end of things. Time is winding away, and that'll take us to the break. It's the Commanders 10, the Chargers 14. Get your live votes in now in the live poll. Should be a pretty close poll, I would believe. I mean, the Chargers probably the worst team of these two, given the stats this season, but have a lead in the football. to begin the third quarter. Change the scoreboard for the next two sims. They automatically changed when I put the game to Sunday Night Football. But yes, the next three games, keep in mind we have a Monday Night Football doubleheader. Return taken here up to the 36-yard line. And I actually think I misinterpreted my schedule. I must have. Because, hang on, let me get a look. Oh, wait. No, I lied. We do not have a Monday Night doubleheader. That's right, I'm doing both games tomorrow. I'm doing Sunday night and Monday night back-to-back. That's why I got confused. Never mind that. Commanders going to win this game. We'll see if they come back to get the victory. Yeah, Pats Bills at 8. Chiefs Jags at 9:30. Primetime football not going to miss this week, especially in the AFC East. Handoff to Harris. Frankie Luvu with the tackle. Somebody get that man a trampoline commercial. What up, Chile? We are 3 for 3 on the mines again today. Yeah, 8 and 9:30 for tomorrow. You especially don't want to miss the 8 o'clock game. 3-1 Patriots, 4-0 Bills from Orchard Park in a night game. Showing off primetime football at Upstate. Should be terrific entertainment. Herbert again on a little lofted ball. That's a 9-yard completion, or a 7-yard completion, that is, on a second and 8. That'll work out just about to the line to gain. Not quite, though. Time for 21st with Trey. It is getting interesting in the pick'em right now. If you are below 5 and 6, you're not looking good. If you're 7 and 4, you're loving life. 3rd and a yard here. Keep an eye out for the quarterback sneak, which is what comes and what picks up the first down. I love it. What up, top Billy? Long time no see. One of my OG Commander fans. I think that's like a 2023 throwback? It has been a while, my friend. Good to have you back in the chat. That is for certain. Same formation here for the Chargers. They branch out their receivers, though. Just the one target for Keenan Allen in his return game to L.A. Herbert off the play action. See if he looks for him here. Plenty of time to make a choice now. Going to step up, take off, and dive forward to pick up the first. He was not ruled down by contact, was he? Interesting. Gave himself up. Officials didn't think so. That's funny. 3 wins is not happy. No, it is not. Need to wake up at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow for school? Yuck. No school. That time of the year, isn't it? Jumbo set again here for Herbert. The handoff goes to Harris. Right side, got a bit of a lane. That is shut down swiftly by Marshawn Lattimore. Winds up a 2-yard pickup there. Running the football has actually gotten a lot more difficult in this game than I anticipated. Not as many big runs unless you're Saquon, of course, the cover athlete gets all the gifts. Commanders again going to put 5 white jerseys on the line of scrimmage. Late blitzer coming, and it's picked up for the moment. Ladd McConkey picks up 4 halfway to the first down marker. There's Keenan Allen back in the number 13 here in L.A. Things you'll love to see. Already having school is quite wild. You're not wrong. HHH in the chat. What's up, man? House Madden 26. Don't think it was worth $30 to get it 7 days early. I would agree. It is what it is, though. Could be 4-down territory here for the Chargers. 3rd and 4, though. Justin Herbert steps and fires into a completion. His tight end, Will Disley, breaks free. That's an 18-yard pickup. $30 for early access. It was $30 additional dollars for the 7 days. But you also got like $50 worth of Madden points and a couple of other exclusive stuff, which is why most people bought the game. A little bit early, I guess they would say. Not me, though. I'm the exception. Single back formation here for the Chargers. Handoff goes to Harris. Good blocking, and Harris has got the end zone. Chargers up by 10 at home. Number 2 for number 22. Good rush there. Washington not guessing run correctly, and Harris does it himself. Look at LA, man. I'm telling you, doing the fantasy pick'em, the transition week into a new Madden is bad news bears, because nobody knows what to expect. Even if you've watched one stream or every stream, you have no idea what to expect out of Madden 26 next-gen teams. Extra point going up here from Dicker the kicker. It's up and good. And the Chargers have their largest lead of the game at 21-10. Big drive coming up here from Jaden Daniels. Has to, at the minimum, result in a field goal, you would imagine, at this time. Watch him choke. It could happen. Keep in mind, 21-3 was the score in the Bucs-Seahawks game, where Seattle came back and won 32-27. to 28. Dak isn't a bad quarterback at all, but when Joe Milton gets in and balls out, he's not getting the job back. Really? You think so? Interesting. Washington taking over, facing their largest deficit of the season. Great return there from Austin Eckler out to the 31-yard line. At least I've earned my spot in the G League, even though I'm the commissioner. Hey, you know what? That's how I felt this week, too. I can't lie to you. It is a pretty good feeling. Not gonna lie. I think Joe Milton's a dog. I do, too, but, like, I don't know if they move on from Dak that easily. I think Dak is the top 10 quarterback. Bridge top 5. Back in 2023, he should have won the MVP. I don't care how much you hate the Cowboys. He deserved it. Opening drive of the third quarter for the Washington offense. They begin with a handoff to Austin Eckler and a tackle made by Dion Henley after a 1-yard pickup. I am going into my second year of college. I think I'm only going to be there for 3 years total, though, so technically a sophomore, technically a junior. We'll see, though. See what the future brings. We'll take it one step at a time, as will this Washington offense. Another handoff to Eckler. This one has the same fortune. 1 yard and a big hit. Commanders going to win 34-27. We'll see. There's still plenty of time to go here. Might see overtime at this rate. Dak is top 12. Nothing more, nothing less. I disagree. Top 10, I feel like. 5.5 now left in the third quarter. It is third and 8. Daniels on a laser beam finds the tight end, Zach Ertz. That was a beautiful launched football, 86 to the 50. Not bad. You flip Dak's playoff record, people would say he's top 5. That is probably true. Not wrong. McLaurin in press coverage up top. Keep an eye on that. He was the main target on the opening drive. Daniels, though, on the QB keeper is smothered. Zion Hand. What a hit. Or Deshaun Hand, my apologies. Big hit for number 91. Loss of 4 on the play. Not sure what the vision was there for Jaden Daniels. Probably should have thrown the football. Didn't happen, though. Commanders set back to the 45-yard line. Well, they will try again. Daniels on the outside pass caught by Brown. 2-yard pickup. You know, one thing I'm not liking about this Madden is their lack of throwing the football deep. Offense feels very rare. Not the case in real life for this Washington football team. Lamar is 3-5 in the playoffs. Good point there. You do make a good point. Third down and a dozen. Chargers putting 3 on the line this time. Now they blitz a 5th man as Daniels goes down the middle. It's incomplete. Dante Jackson on the breakup. Went to Pittsburgh for a year. Didn't do too good of things over there. They didn't like him, quite frankly. That is a big-time empty drive, though. This Charger defense turning a new leaf in week 5. Tressway is on for the punt here. Trying to pin the Chargers inside their own 10. Lefty gets this one away. High arcing kick. Not a good one, though. Out at the 25-yard line. Herbert will take over. Najee Harris' stats for today, but a terrific game for big number 22. 4.5 a carry plus the 2 touchdowns. That gave them the lead and the extension a little bit further on. 4 minutes exactly to go here. Lamar's 3-5 playoff record is so overdone. We're forgetting 2018, 19, 20 when he was a rookie and his team wasn't any good. 2019, wow. Well, 2019 is absolutely his fault. Chargers taking over here. Little touch passes dropped. Incomplete. They were 14-2 in 2019. Got the first round bye and lost to Ryan Tannehill, if I'm not mistaken. That was a bad loss. In 2020, they got their win against them, against Tennessee, and lost to the Bills. Lamar played terrible in that game, too. 5 white jerseys again on the line. See if any of them drop in coverage. That is the case for one. Herbert goes through the seams and finds Ladd McConkey. Big tackle, but an even bigger gain. Yeah, Lamar, I mean, that Chargers game, whatever. If you want to give him the excuse of being a rookie, that's fine. He didn't really find his passing game until the year after. Even still, though, I don't know. Yeah, Madden 25 did not like your team at all. First and 10 again, Justin Herbert finding his stride here back at home, as is Najee Harris. Not that time, though. They'll pick up a yard. Taken out by Butler after a slight pickup, if you'd even like to call it that. Taking a look at our live poll here. Only 12 votes in, 67% on Washington. Don't forget to get your votes in now before it is too late. Rookie Omarion Hampton checks in on second 9. Passes the zip down the middle, caught by Quentin Johnston. 10-yard pickup, first down secure. Didn't say Lamar's rookie years didn't count. I'm saying if you base someone's whole career around all their rookie years. I mean, Lamar hasn't played enough non-rookie. To say 2020 is a rookie year for Lamar it's not right. Right side pitch goes to Harris, and this time Washington ready for it. Mind you, this is the same quarterback that won a unanimous MVP the year before. So we can't blame 2020 on youth. Because if he succeeds on an individual level the year before, and not just succeeds, accelerates above the rest, there's no way we can't diminish him in 2020. 2 to go in the third quarter. Washington again with a late blitzer, and Herbert finds the soft spot. Lad McConkey picks up 9. Jen Daniels took a 4-13 team to the NFC title game in year 1. Yeah, that's not looked at enough. Like, at all. But, nonetheless, that's a big play. You all right, though? No turnovers yet. Will it be time to see one here? Commanders would love to force the opening issue, if at all possible. Handoff going to Harris. Right side, shut down by Lattimore. The cornerback reads that one wonderfully. And it's 4th and 4 at the 40, kind of in no man's land here. Don't be shocked if we see a punt. Like, at all, actually. Would not be surprised in the slightest if that ends up being the case. And it is. Jim Harbaugh, still a conservative coach, coming back to the NFL. J.K. Scott on for the punt. High arcing kick going out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Good decision and an even better execution there from J.K. Scott. Commanders got to go 95 yards to bring us back within 4. And probably going to go for 2, so it would be either 3 or 5, depending on their preference. One or the other. Which will it be? Mac Jones sucks down. I mean, yeah, that's a given. We're comparing apples to bananas at this point. Jaden Daniels with his heels at the goal line. Begins this drive from the 5. Caught by McLaurin on the crosser. Gets us started with an 8-yard pickup. Yeah. What else we got going on around the sports world today? Nothing much, just baseball. No more NFL preseason until Friday. Titans, Falcons, 7. Chiefs, Seahawks at 10. I'd actually be interested to watch Seattle play a bit. Not a full answer at quarterback for them, although Darnold put up quite the performance this week. Daniel steps to his right, and he's sacked. Third of the game, number 1 for Khalil Mack. Boy, does Washington ever look worse for wear. Should take us 2, if not near the 4th quarter, it'll take us 2. It's 3rd down again. What happened to the Commanders, man? They look abysmal. Quite poor. See if Daniels gets one more snap off here before the end of the quarter. He will. Pass down the middle is dropped incomplete. And it's 4th and 6 heading into the 4th quarter. Commanders 10, Chargers 21. Did the Pats and Jones get smacked 47-17? That's true in the wild card. Weren't they the 1 seed that year for like half the season? They killed the Browns like 38-7 that year, something nuts. It was wild. Tressway going to have to punt the football here. Commanders go 3 and out. Lefty gets it away. And a return will be taken from the 49-yard line. Darius Davis into enemy territory. Up at the 41, that punt goes down as a net 36-yarder. Chargers around field goal range here. Might put the game to rest with a touchdown. I'm willing to say this game is over, actually, unless a turnover is forced. Daniels won a playoff game, Jones didn't. Yeah. Are we really comparing Mac Jones to Jaden Daniels? Come on now. Again, I just disagree. First snap of the 4th quarter here offensively. Herbert going to set a wobbler, is caught by McConkey. Pulling free inside the red zone. He picks up 29. Ladd been getting loose. Mad Ladd has been eating here in the second half. He's having himself a pretty good game. 25 people still in here. We are shooting for 15 likes on the stream. Let's make it happen. Ball down to the 12. Handoff goes to Harris, looking for that third touchdown. He'll have to search harder. Loss of a yard on the play. Tackle is made. I'm trying to see who that even was there. I don't actually have an answer for you. How about that for a good commentary? We'll give it to Frankie Luba. A couple of Commanders in on the job there. Loss of a yard, so Amarion Hampton will check in. Still looking for his first touchdown of his NFL career. Herbert steps up, takes off, room to run, and the end zone is found with the extension. What a second effort. That might be the dagger. Might just be ball game. Justin Herbert, a one-man wrecking crew, been watching Najee Harris run the football successfully, and he wants a taste. Yeah. Oh boy. What does this do for the standings now? Let's go to the NFC East. That'll give the Eagles a full 2-game lead. And as for the Chargers, that'll put them back above the Raiders at least, into third place in the division. Extra point here for Cameron Dicker is on the way, and it is good. Largest lead of this season. Actually, that's not true. They led by a lot more in week 1. I kind of forgot that was a blowout game. Still a big lead, though. This game becoming something very interesting. Giants are just a full game behind the Commanders right now. So are the Cowboys. Their season's, though, looking quite different after the result of this one is being booked a little bit early. So let me take a look here. Chargers. Wait, was I making that up? Are they back above the Raiders? Let me take a look. I think I was. No, because the Raiders are 1-3. No, they're 2-3. I forgot to update that. Return taken from the 5 for Washington by Eckler. Out to the 23. I completely forgot to update. Did I forget the Colts too? I did. I never gave the Colts their loss. Interesting. Wonder if I forgot. Yeah, I just didn't do that in the division standings. Okay. That would explain why. So, yeah, sorry to float your boat a little bit too fast there, Charger fans. You're still last place in the AFC West. Even if they win today, thanks to that head-to-head loss to the Vegas Raiders. 8:41 left in regulation. Daniels looking for a miracle. Starts out with a big hit and a fumble. Scooped up by Denzel Perriman. And the Chargers take over. Wow. What up, Stewie Truey? What up, LaShawn already? What a big-time hit from Denzel Perriman. Lays the boom out on John Bates, and it's a one-play turnover for Washington. And Kendrick going crazy in the background. Terrific. That bodes well for my copyright. I love these arguments about Mac Jones in the comment section right now, as if his talent... Like, listen, he was such a systematic quarterback. Jaden Daniels is the answer, not the temporary solution. I think that needs to be realized a little bit more than what's being given credit for. Because I think Jaden Daniels is miles better than that of Mac Jones. I'll be real. Quick turnaround here for Herbert. The handoff goes to Harris. Stiff arms Bobby Wagner. Tells the old man to hit the retirement home. That is a 3-yard pickup. Starting to head towards garbage time here in Inglewood. Chargers finally looking to end their 3-game skid. Kendrick Music is lit. It's pretty cool. It's been all right. Not too shabby. Might be ahead by 18, only outgaining the Commanders, though, by less than 100 yards. As Harris runs over multiple defenders, makes a man miss inside the 10. The angry run of the day. Kyle Brandt has to be smiling somewhere. Furious run from Najee Harris. Might be the best running back this week in fantasy. Terrific game for 22. First down and goal. Chargers looking for the nail in the coffin. Herbert going left side looking for a second rushing touchdown. And nothing given there. Nothing bad there. Herbert's rookie season was fire. I will say that. He balled out his rookie year. Absolutely balled. And a lot of people doubted he'd be that good coming out of Oregon. I mean, you saw what happened to Marcus Mariota. Not a very consistent school to come from. All signs point toward a handoff to Harris. Not this time, though. Herbert throws on the run. The bootleg winds up an incompletion. Second half trivia question of the game. Name the Chargers Hall of Famer receiver, nicknamed Bambi, who played for the Chargers in the 1960s. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know the answer. I don't think. I might. I just don't know if I know. Third down and goal after the incompletion. Herbert going to fire up top. It's caught by Allen, his first catch today. But he's well short. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Herbert was pretty good. Was it Allworth? That could be. That's not a bad shout. Andrew Luck was a really good rookie quarterback. Also true. Cameron Dicker is on for a 22-yarder. Trying to elevate this lead. It's up and good. Dicker, the kicker, does it again. That cinematic is running like 120 FPS, I can't lie. My console might just break itself after that. That's not too hot to the touch. That's a good sign. Largest lead of the game has been extended to the full 21 points. 3 touchdowns after the opening turnover. Yeah, this game got pretty out of hand pretty quick, didn't it? No lies there. Cameron Dicker on for the kickoff. Washington taking over from inside the 5-yard line. Eckler on the return. Out across the 30 once again. Not a bad day for him special teams-wise. Running the football, though, a much different story to be told. All right, here comes Daniels again. Boy, would this ever be the most ferocious comeback you've ever witnessed. If there's any guy that can do it, I believe it's Jaden Daniels. And a couple of other guys, too. But, hey, I guess you never know until you know. They will come back out on the field here, needing a touchdown. 6.5 to go. Chargers going to fall back and prevent, we would assume, as the crosser was dropped by Zach Ertz. Denzel Perriman has been destroying these tight ends. How the quarterback plays, of course, affects the outcome, but it's not always the deciding factor. Also true. You got to separate the player from the team in most circumstances. Again, I feel like it's more exclusive to the NBA, but you can do it here too. Tight end drops another ball there. Daniels from an empty pocket goes downfield in the breadbasket, caught by Samuel. Yeah, that's a pretty good ball. Devo's been having a pretty underrated day. Pretty sure it's his 3rd or 4th catch. And he's got around 60 yards. Something along those lines. Commander's going to hurry back to the line here. 3 tight ends set. On 1st and 10, Daniels going to step up in the pocket. Going deep, it's knocked away. Garbage time for Dex, it could be. It looked like it was going to be a really good game for Jaden Daniels, and he kind of just fell off there. That rushing touchdown will help, though. Speaking of Marcus Mariota, there he is. Marcus Mariota sighting. Bingo. Scary Terry in press coverage again here. Handoff, though, goes to Robinson, and the Chargers were ready. Derwin James, the veteran, with a huge tackle. And a loss of a yard. Who's the best wide receiver named Samuel? We're number 1 in the league. That would be Curtis Samuel, Buffalo Bills wide receiver 5. Now, all jokes aside, though, Devo should be having a pretty good year here. 3rd and 11. 49 of the Chargers is the target line here. Daniel's going to get it there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Devo. Tarheeb still breaks it up. Running the ball. I mean, I'm all for trying to catch him off guard, but no, not down by 21. You got to play into their hands and still find a way, which they're not doing at all. It's been ugly. Offense obviously has to stay out there on a 4th and 11. Daniels going to fire a completion, caught by Samuel. Got a good block, and there goes Devo. That'll be a 60-yard touchdown, and we are not done yet. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Not a bad play there. Garbage time, touchdown. Oh, I really wanted to see a replay. That sucks. I was going to give credit to the unsung hero there, was Noah Brown, who threw a block on 2 Chargers. That play doesn't happen without him. That was nice. Matt Gay coming on for the point after here with 5:15 to go. It is on the way, and it is good. Commander 17, Chargers 31. 6-play, 70-yard drive. Debo still got a little juice left in him. Pretty sure that'll put him over 100 yards today in the receiving department. Prime Debo was a monster, though. 2021 Debo Samuel. Oof. Just ask a Cowboy fan. They know. They know firsthand. Debo has a lot of juice left in him. Shanahan just used him wrong, like he does 90% of players. I actually don't think Kyle Shanahan's a very good coach. I think it's a pretty popular take, actually. Would not shock me if that were the case. Chargers will take over from the 2-yard line. Return is coming out to the 25. So 5:11 left here. 14-point game. Chargers have got to pick up at least a couple of first downs to take some time off the clock. A field goal wins it for them, obviously, too. Got lost in chat earlier, but do you think Anthony Richardson is the modern-day Jamarcus Russell? No. Jamarcus Russell had he had, like, understandable hype. The Anthony Richardson hype, I really don't understand it as much. It's weird. Handoff is going to be pitched right side to Harris, and he's going to lose a handful. And a timeout taken for injury. So actually, this doesn't cost Washington at all. Dietrich Wise Jr., whether he's faking it or not, hey, it's a heads-up play if he is. Goes down there, grabbing at his shoulder. It's going to help out the Commanders pretty good. So we'll see. This place goes pretty quiet, though. Now, see, like, Anthony Richardson never played enough football to be convincing to me. I don't understand it. A rookie, Josh Allen? Nah. 2nd and 13, blitz coming here. Pass downfield, caught by Johnston. That might be it. Actually, on second thought, yeah. I forgot how bad rookie year Josh Allen was. Dude, how many turnovers? You know what? I'm interested. Josh Allen, 2018 season stats. I really do wonder. Let's go to Pro Football Reference here. 2018, he had... I'll find it here in a moment. 1st and 10. Will Dissly in motion. Justin Herbert going to go downfield. Pick out Keenan Allen. And the old man still got the wheels. Pick up into enemy territory. In 2018, Josh Allen had 8 touchdowns in 11 games started. And how many interceptions? I thought he had a lot of turnovers, did he not? Where is the interceptions area? Can't even find it. Field goal, like we mentioned earlier, should win this game. Here is Harris going outside. Good block from Keenan Allen. And another big gainer for 22. 80 yards rushing on the young day as he's out of bounds, stopping the clock with 4 to go. Where in the world is his passing stats? No, he definitely had some interceptions. Just where are they? 1st and 10 at the 23. Hand off to Harris. Good stiff arm there, but he swarmed. I can't find an area where it says his touchdowns either. Okay, Pro Football Reference is not helping me out. I know somebody in chat has at least blasted it 100 times. I know he had 12 touchdowns. But yeah. Time still ticking here. That is favoring the Chargers. Inside pass caught by Allen. Washington. Another timeout taken. Yeah, we had 10 passing touchdowns, 8 rushing touchdowns in his rookie year. He lost 1 fumble through 12 interceptions. So yeah, he was not very good. 67.9 quarterback. No, this QBR was 49.8. His passer rating was 67.9 on average that year. Yikes. Big yikes. Yet, a lot of people forget how bad Josh Allen was in his rookie season. Second injury to a defensive lineman this drive for Washington. The handoff goes to Harris again, sat down. He'll pick up a yard on his 20th carry. He deserves the 3rd touchdown today. We'll see if they get it to him. Is that Troy Pipkins the 3rd? I think it's his first name, right? I got to confirm that. Troy Pipkins. Trey Pipkins. Play clock ticking down here. Inside of 5. Snapped with 3. Handoff to Harris trying to fight up top. And the Commanders are not budging. Oh, well. Not looking like he's going to find the end zone. Unless, of course, on 3rd and goal, they changed that. But like we said, any points here win the game. Even a field goal, there's no harm in taking 3. If push comes to shove. Sounds good, Bolt fan. Appreciate you tuning in. Good to see your guys get the W. Commanders got to force a turnover here to have any hope and life left in this one. Amarion Hampton checks in on 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to fire the football. Steps up, goes back in the end zone, caught by Quentin Johnston. The nail in the coffin. Ball game. And we're actually going to get a final score of 17-38. I love it. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. That's pretty cool. All right, extra point coming up here from Cameron Dicker. We'll have a mini 2-minute drill that is absolutely pointless for the Washington offense. They looked bad today, didn't they? Extra point coming up. It is on the way and good. Washington 17, Los Angeles 38. I mean, I guess that Commander defense is not very good. Eagles did put up 55 points on them. Get on the live poll here. 19 people voted, 63% in favor of the Commanders. So majority going to be incorrect today. How about that? 2:03 left here in regulation. Not the Fetty Wap reference, though. You know I had to. I had no choice. They left me without an option. Dicker the kicker on once again. And we'll have one more return right before the 2-minute warning. Luke McCaffrey gets up across the 30, back to the 31. 2 to play here at SoFi Stadium. Gorgeous day in early October. Been here at Trey Harris having trouble catching the balls in practice. And again, it's practice though. Practice doesn't mean a ton. Doesn't reflect very, very well onto the actual field. I wouldn't feel too bad about things if I were you. Should work out swiftly in due time. 2-minute drill here for the Commanders. Not a lot of life left in them as Noah Brown hauls that one in. Dante Jackson coming in late to help with the tackle. I like passes and bounds here for the foreseeable future. Last couple practices doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I mean, you'll have bad strides. Even hitters in the MLB will have dry spells of 5 or 6 games in a row where they just hit nothing. It happens. Shotgun here for Daniels. Steps up, evades, picks up the first down, and then some. Breaks one tackle, huge hit across the 50. And they do take a timeout. Come on, man. Get on with it. We got places to be and people to see. I don't. Maybe you guys do, though. Who knows? On the topic of fantasy football, though, I did want to mention, I'm thinking about a Bucky Irving jersey, though, for our little fantasy jersey that we're doing. I want to keep it passed around, but again, though, I like Bucky Irving too much. Washington still has some interest in this drive as they take a timeout. Inside pass goes to McLaurin. They'll pick up 7. More of those, please. What is your record, Trey? Let me have a look for you. Let me have a gander. You are 4-7 with this game. If you had the Chargers, you'll be 5-7. If you had the Commanders, well, you know, you didn't have the Chargers. So you're 5-7 after this. Fighting for your life. You got to win out, probably. Fake halfback draw. And Daniels again going to take off early. Big burst of speed. That's a first down. Washington needs more pass rush. Nobody's scared of Grandpa Von Miller. True. That is very truthful. I don't know, man. It's Von Miller. He should have retired. Should have gone out years ago. He's just kind of made his career diminishing. Just kind of looks worse now. Not very good for him. Final minute of action here in Inglewood. Charger fans ready to celebrate a second victory this season as Noah Brown collects that one for a 15-yard pickup. John Zeller, I think it is time to kiss the Pick'em hopes goodbye if you had Washington today. That'll put you down to 4-8 overall. Like I said, though, if you are A-Rod, King Chevalier, Bolt, Chili, JJJ, Ruby, any of these guys, you're feeling great. So great, I lost my voice. Daniels on 1st and 10. Sidearm ball caught by Ertz. Finds the end zone with the touchdown. It's a little too late, though. Now I got to go fix the score, darn it. Whatever. Whatever. All right, let me go fix that real quick. Matt Gay will come on to try the extra point here. Trying to make it a little bit less embarrassing as it's up and good at 24-38. Onside kick coming up. Hey, never say never. How am I feeling? Not too bad. if you're asking football related, I'm feeling very, very good about the Browns after that win against the Panthers. Everybody looked very, very nice. Kind of upset, though, the guy that made the one-handed catch we released. And apparently, Shadur is still 4th in the unofficial depth chart that was released today. Well, if it's released, it's not unofficial. I guess attempted. Onside kick attempt here for Matt Gay. Lofts this one up in the air. It'll be illegal touching. It never even mattered, though, as the Chargers bounce on top of it with Darius Davis. Well, so close, yet so far. You got the Jags over the Chiefs. Oh, boy, that'll be bold. That could be bold. We'll see. I wouldn't doubt it, though, based on how the sim has been going. Although, like I said, the transition into a new Madden usually hurts people. Can't wait to have our Sunday night scoreboard tomorrow. The Patriots and the Bills, 1 loss combined between those two teams through 4 weeks, 3-1 and 4-0. Justin Herbert into victory formation here. Knee is taken. And that is going to do it. The Washington Commanders finally lose again as they fall to 3-2, 24-38. LA up to 2-3. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about timeouts being taken after kneel downs anymore. That is going to do it, though, for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. There is the Jaden Daniels passing and rushing stats for today, and the wide receiver stats as well. Debo had a very good game, 5 for 126 and a tutty. Not too shabby. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see all of you tomorrow night for Sunday.